Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Irma Ramadhani, and today I would like to present a journal article written by Xiaoming Wu, Lauren Zhang, and Shan Liu, published in 2021 with title Using Assessment for Learning Multi-Case Studies of Three Chinese Universities EFL Teachers Engaging Student in Learning and Assessment. So this studies or this research explore how three universities English teacher use assessment for learning in their classroom and what factor influence their practice, their teaching practice. So we start from the background. Student engagement is a key concern across education institution. So in China, EFL classroom has focused on the exam or relied on the exam. So assessment for learning or IFL come as an alternative to change the focus from testing to engaging student in learning process. The problem is not much research have been done on IFL in Chinese EFL classroom. So the research in this article decide to explore first is how do Chinese EFL university teacher use IFL to engage their student, and the second one is what factor influence how they use IFL itself. So for the theory, engagement has three different dimensions. The first one is behavioral. It refers to student attendance and student participation. Then the second one is emotional. It refers to student interest and enjoyment. And then the last one is cognitive, which is refers to student investment in learning, in their learning process. So IFL can be implemented in two different ways. The first one is the convergent, is the teacher center use close and ended question, and the second one is divergent, it's student centered use open-ended question. So come to the methodology. They use first is semi-structured interview. So the research talk with each teacher twice, about 30 minutes each. So they ask about the teacher background, how they teach, and what they know about IFL. So this help understand the teacher thinking and teacher's belief. Then the second one is classroom observation. So each teacher's each class was observed. So the research watched quietly and took note to see what actually happened inside the classroom. And then the last one, the data would collect through stimulate recall interview. So within 24 hours after each observation, so the teacher watched their own clip of their own lesson and explain why they did and what they did inside the classroom. So this data was collected from three participants, which is Nancy, Luke, and Jack. And after the data was collected, it showed that first one is Nancy. She kept everything focused on the exam, used tests and scores to control the student, and she never gave student a chance to assess each others with peers, only rely on assessment of learning, not assessment for learning. Then the second participant is Luke. He want to move away from focus on exam, but only ask yes or no question or short answer question, like close-end question. So that's why his student is stay passive. Then the last participant is Jack. He used open-end question, had student dialogue with him, so he act like a director of the stage, and he showed that he ran a successful peer and self-assessment writing class. So why so different? There is three factors that explain these things, which is the first one is assessment literacy. Jack had training in IFL abroad. Meanwhile, Nancy and Luke has almost no assessment training at all. And then the second one is goal orientation. Nancy believe exam score motivate student. Meanwhile, Luke and Jack believe that focusing on real language ability was more effective in long term. Then the last one is trust. So all three teachers inside here or the participant didn't fully trust their students' ability. Even Jack didn't use peer or self-assessment is his current class because he felt that the class wasn't ready yet. So in conclusion, not all teacher can implement IFL meaningfully. Teacher assessment literacy, belief about goal orientation, and trust are the three key factors determining how IFL is being used. The study calls for a teacher education program to prepare the teacher with the IFL knowledge that can help them change from performs to learning orientation and build a trusting and safe classroom environment where the student can be the center inside the classroom. So we are done with the article. Now we analyze the strength and the weakness about this article. So the strength is this article used three methods, so it makes the findings and the data more reliable and more complete. For example, this article used stimulate recall interviews. It reveals real reason behind the teacher's behavior. That's why it is easy to compare across the different teachers. Then the weakness, it's only used three teachers and only from China. It may not represent all regions. So also there is no student voice or point of view. We only hear from the teacher's voice. There's no follow-up after the teacher's training too. So this is very relevant to Indonesian, especially the teacher in EFL context. So many teachers focus on exam preparation, for example, like Ujian Nasional or UTBK. Just like Nancy, not because they don't care, it's because they don't. They were never trained in use IFL. So this study showed that teacher education is the key starting point to the real change inside the classroom. Thank you.